Hello. Welcome back to Tuesday Tips for Rockin' Relationships. I'm Barbara Cole Salmeron, and I've been absent a few weeks because I had some travel happening and didn't do any recording during that time. So I'm happy to be back. This is episode 11, and today we're going to talk about respect and attention. And I actually just posted one of my classes for sale that is called Facts and Respect versus Feeling and Attention. So this is a little bit from that class, and I'm going to tell you how you can get that class for half off. It's very affordable. So if your relationships are worth $13.50 to you, then stay tuned because I'm going to give you the discount code for the class. But we want to talk about respect and attention and how it relates to men and women and how we view it very differently and why it's so important, right? Not just at home, but in the workplace, with our family members and with our friends. All right, so let me first talk about, you've heard me talk about hunting mode and gathering mode. So hunting mode is when a man or a woman is in the mode, like work mode, right? We need to produce a result. We got to get something done. There's a deadline. That someone is in hunting mode, man or woman. And then gathering mode is all about connection. So producing a result in hunting mode or connection in gathering mode. Both of these go back to our ancient survival instincts because as hunters or warriors or as gatherers, we had to produce a certain result in order to survive. So for the person, the man or woman in hunting mode, that sense of producing a result gives them a feeling of safety. Okay. And this is all very subconscious, but it's that feeling of safety because if they don't produce their result, it will feel like this life or death kind of ancient instinct, this tension. And for the person in gathering mode, the man or the woman, connection is so important because it gives us a sense of safety. Back in the day, we lived together in groups, right? So we did that in order to survive. So we had to be liked by the other people in the group, and we had to feel that sense of connection again. And then when we don't feel it, it's a matter of life and death. So that's a synopsis on hunting mode and gathering mode. And respect is something that gives us our greatest access. For the person who's in hunting mode, okay, man or woman at work or at home, respect gives us our greatest access to being productive. And that is true because if we're not respected, let's say at work, if we're not respected by our coworkers or our boss, we're not going to get invited onto the big projects, right? We're not going to be invited to work with the high dollar clients. And that can create this sense of financial insecurity, which can feel like life or death. I mean, right now, coronavirus, everybody has been disrupted. You know, every business that I know of, every industry has been disrupted in our earning. And it can definitely feel like life and death when we're having this extreme financial insecurity. So not having the respect of our boss or our coworkers can bring about that feeling of financial insecurity, and it can very much feel like life and death. So when we are respected at work, then we will get invited to the bigger projects and the more lucrative things. We'll get those promotions that we've earned. We'll get the raise versus if we're not respected. Now, here's a tip about respect, ladies. So ladies, we all want to feel loved, right? We want to feel loved. We want to have our partner demonstrate their love for us. For men, because most men are in hunting mode most of the time, at least before the age of 50. After that, things can change a little bit. However, for men, when they feel respected, they feel loved. So if you want to make sure that the men in your life, your son, your significant other, your coworkers, your family, if you want them to feel loved by you, then let them know how much you respect them. Respect, when a man feels respected, he feels loved. So that's so important. It's such an important distinction. And women like to feel respected too, right? If we're in hunting mode, like I am a woman in hunting mode most of the time. I'm a business owner, so I got things I got to get done. And we want to feel respected too, right? So that's true as well. So the interesting thing about respect is not everyone experiences it the same. I have, in my years of teaching this material, I have surveyed and interviewed hundreds, if not thousands, of people specifically on this topic of respect. Okay. And it's different for everyone. Maybe you've heard of the 5 love languages. I've actually done some videos and some podcasts and some blogs on the 5 love languages. Just like that, how people experience love differently, people also experience respect differently. So a really great thing to do would be to go to the people who are most important to you, whether it's your honey, your boss, your best friends, your family, the people that your most important relationships. Go to them and ask them, how do they experience respect? Because it's different for everyone. And I'm going to read to you some of the different answers that I've received over the years when I've surveyed people on this. And sometimes it's hard to articulate how someone experiences respect. So then you can ask, and you can think of this for yourself. How do you experience respect? When do you feel respected by someone? And if it's hard to articulate that, then think about, when do you feel disrespected? So you can ask your loved ones this too. When did they experience being disrespected? And then the opposite of that is often how they would experience respect. I just did a talk on this in the business forum, and I was doing a presentation to a networking group. And one of the examples of how someone can feel disrespected is if their appointment shows up late. If their client or whoever they have an appointment with, if that person shows up late, then maybe I feel disrespected. So that's a pretty common one. So then the opposite of that would be, I feel respected when people are punctual. I feel like they're respecting my time. They are showing me respect, right? So that is part of it. So ask your most important relationships, how do they experience disrespect and respect? Because you might be showing them respect in the ways that you receive respect, right? So you might think that you're showing respect to your boss every day by doing or saying certain things, and that might not be landing with them at all. That might not be how they receive respect. So it's worth having that conversation, because let's say it's your boss, you do respect that person. You want them to know that you respect them, but you need to say it in a way that they will hear it, or demonstrate it in a way that they will receive it. Does that make sense? So I have written down here, so in my online class, and this is part of that, with my research, I asked hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, how do you experience respect? And I've kind of extrapolated what some of the answers are here. Women would often say they experience respect when someone is honest with them, when they're being heard, when they're being asked their opinion, when they're being included in decisions, when their boundaries are accepted, and when their feelings are honored without judgment. That's what women said on how they experience respect. Men would say they experience respect when they are accepted for who they are, when they are being invited, when there's a sense of camaraderie, when they're asked about their ideas, when they're feeling like they're a part of the group, and when they receive words or praise, words of affirmation. So you can see some overlap there, right, between men and women, but also you can see some differences. So again, it's individualized. How do you experience respect, and how do the people most important in your life experience respect? So it's such an important thing. And then the other piece of that is attention. So respect is important for the person in hunting mode. Attention is important for the person in gathering mode. And when we're in gathering mode, our sense of safety comes from a feeling of being connected, right? Feeling disconnected from the group, whether it's at work or at home, can feel like life and death. to our ancient survival instincts. Now we know it's not literally life and death. However, it can feel like that, right? When you get left out of a group, all your friends went to brunch and they didn't invite you. Like, what the heck, you know? So attention helps create a feeling of connection, which helps the person in gathering mode, man or woman, have a sense of safety. So again, this is very subconscious. This is not conscious level stuff, but that we are compelled in gathering mode, we are compelled to seek connection, and attention is a way that we feel connected and feel safe. So it's one of those funny things, like, have you ever sent an email or a text message and the person doesn't respond as quickly as they normally do? You know, maybe it's been several hours or the next day and your boss hasn't responded to that email, or your friend hasn't texted you back, and you start thinking, gosh, what's going on? Are they upset with me? You know, you go back and read your email or you read your text, make sure you hit the send button. Have you ever done that? I have, where I accidentally didn't hit the send button, but you make sure you sent it. Yeah, you sent it, and you're starting to get concerned. This is concern of a lack of connection because you didn't receive the attention back by getting a response. Right. So you read the text or the email and you think, you know, did I say something offensive? You know, did I upset this person? You read it, it seems fine. And then this is what the human brain does. We just start to make up all sorts of stories about it. My boss is mad at me. I came into work late because I had a doctor's appointment. I bet he's mad at me. Oh my gosh. He hasn't been happy with me. I bet he's going to fire me. You know, we can make up like all these stories that aren't even true. So that's part of the human condition. So catch yourself when you do that, because we all do it. So maybe, you know, your boss isn't mad at you. Maybe they've been in meetings all day. Maybe they haven't even seen your email yet. Have you ever had an email go to someone's spam folder? You know, maybe they've not seen it for some reason. So talk yourself down off the ledge. You know, maybe nobody's upset with you. Maybe they just haven't seen your email yet, or maybe they thought they responded to your text, or maybe they just haven't had time to respond to your text. But that is an example, a modern day example of how this can trigger our ancient survival instinct. So that's why most of my work I call us modern day cave people, because literally the neural pathways in the brain, these instincts go all the way back to the day of caveman and cavewoman. So when we feel that tension, when we feel that instinct coming up, we can just stop and take a few deep breaths and remind ourselves, you know, okay, no one's life is at danger here. Let me make sure I'm not making up any stories about someone's behavior, right? And let's see what's really going on. So attention helps the person in gathering mode to feel safe. However, there are different types of safety and there are different types of attention. In my class that I just posted for sale, and I'm going to give you the half off code for that. It's called Facts and Respect versus Feelings and Attention. So we go deeper into all of this. I talk about the 6 dimensions of safety. Yes, 6. There are 6 dimensions of safety, not just physical safety. There's all these dimensions. And we talk about how there are also different types of attention. And so receiving certain types of attention can help someone feel safe. It depends on what group you're in. So there's intellectual connection and attention. So if you're in a group of professionals, maybe being asked your opinion could help you feel connected with the group, being able to express your opinion. Or if you feel like you're outmatched, you know, if you feel like everyone in the group is smarter or more educated than you, then maybe you don't want to share your opinion because maybe that makes you feel unsafe or inadequate in some way. So it depends on the people that we're with and the types of connection, the types of attention. There are all different types of attention. Some attention will make us feel unsafe. Some attention will have us feeling safe. And again, so it's individualized. What makes me feel safe in a group full of business professionals is very different from perhaps what would have you feel safe in that group. So I just wanted to share that with you. And ladies, I just want to remind you that men feel loved when they feel respected. It is so important. Ask the men in your life, ask your honey what respect means to them. Remember to ask, how do they experience respect? But also, what does it mean for them? What does it provide for them when they are experiencing being respected from you or from someone else? You know, sometimes it's easier to say, how do you feel respected at work? You know, take it outside of the home. All right, so my class, I have the link in the text here for this post, but if you go to grow.barbarasalmeron.com, let me put that on the screen. That is my online classroom, and I'm just starting to publish all of my topics. I'm so excited. This is the first one, and so I want to give you the gift of giving it to you for half off. So again, it's grow.barbarasalmeron.com, and the discount code is the word half off, all one word. So half off, HALFOFF. And you'll receive that for the low, way too low price of $13.50. So if you have relationships in your life that are worth $13.50, please check out the class. I know you'll receive tremendous value. It's a master class. It's called Modern Day Cave People Series 1-1. This is the first of 16 classes I'm publishing very, very soon here. And facts and respect versus feelings and attention. And as you know, with my work, it applies whether you're at home or with your family or with your friends or in the workplace or with your honey, or if you're dating or you're not dating, not interested in dating, doesn't matter. This is human instinct. And so if you are a human that has interactions with other humans, then the material applies. So I hope you take advantage of that while the sale is going on. I don't know how long I'll leave that up there. And that's what I have to share with you today. Thank you so much. Now, if you would like to have any of your burning relationship questions answered, you can submit completely confidentially. Submit your most burning relationship questions to me. Again, work, home, and beyond. Just go to qa.empoweredrelationships.org. I don't need your email address or your name. It's totally confidential. Let me know what your questions are so I can answer them on a future Tuesday Tips for Rockin' Relationships. And then you can watch me live Tuesday at noon on my YouTube channel. Why don't you give me a little thumbs up and a subscribe while you're there? That's very helpful. And YouTube live.barbarasalmeron.com is where you can watch these videos at noon on Central Time on Tuesdays. That's where the live is happening. I also at the same time simulcast live into my Facebook group, which is free for anyone to join, Empowered Relationships to End the Battle. You can join that and you can see my past recordings there, and also on YouTube. If you go to youtube.empoweredrelationships.com, I don't have that here, but I've got lots of links over here on my websites. But find my YouTube channel and you'll see all the past episodes there too. Thank you so much for joining us. I'd love to see your comments below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what questions you have. And I hope you have a fantastic Tuesday and a beautiful, wonderful rest of the week. Thank you. Thank you.